This is a memorial for Gary that was made up by Keith. He didn't actually do the manufacturing. The guy who did the work, when he found out what it was for, opted not to charge. There is a thank you card that Keith would like us to sign for the gentleman who made this. That spur on the bottom is Gary's spur. This is, I believe, meant to be a traveling memorial. Is that correct, Keith? You want to take it it's going to be with us at all the shows. That's so Gary's with us at all the shows. Anyway, so there is a thank you card. I don't know what Keith did with it. It's out in the car, and when he brings it in, okay, it's in the Ponderosa, so we need everybody to sign it as a thank you for this kind gentleman who did that. And for Keith, who thought of it. Thank you, Keith.
And the other mic is getting interfered with, so this is the only one.
Okay.
Yes. Unfortunately, so.
The Jeff with the noodle? Dave? The one that was over at Zen AJ.
Jim Moss's wife, we didn't do it for her. But that's okay, because this is for Gary. Okay, we ready?
Do this. Fire!
So much for this work. Oh,
Watch the end of
Probably
that
pulling
thing.
the wrong trigger.
yeah.
Good job, Deb.
That was for you only, Gary. The mic's going off later.
I can't stay, but I want to share with you a Gary story that'll take like 3 minutes.
3.5 you
Three and a half. And I wouldn't do this, but it's worth it to you as much as myself. Gary and I and the Arizona Gunfighters were performing at this movie studios on the far west side of Phoenix, off Bajo Highway out there. You know the
That
movie
was Cowtown.
studios?
That was
Cowtown.
Cowtown.
And we were doing the typical Wyatt Earp life on the Gunfight the OK Corral thing. And you know, there's a time when Tom comes up and I buffalo him. Well, Gary came up and I buffaloed Gary, but instead of having the gun turned over like I normally do, for some reason I had my hand like this. And the barrel of the gun came down and tapped him on the side of the head and broke his skin.
That's not a attack.
Gary came up to me afterward and I said, Gary, you're cut, you're wounded, you're bleeding. And he goes, oh, no, that's just method acting. That was Gary. That was a special moment I shall remember all my life, and that was the kind of guy he was. He's always bigger than the moment, and he looked for the humor in everything, and if he got damaged, he just laughed it off. Thank you all. I just wanted to share that with you.
That's why you know, we were told that we were going to have a room all to ourselves. Obviously, that didn't happen. He was doing Mike Williams one time. Some of you have heard this, like I said. He was doing Mike Williams. And right after Hickok takes the 2-shot, he comes roaring out. And he used to do this appetite roll thing. So he comes roaring out, and whoever was Hickok shoots him, I think it was Patrick. And he does this thing, and his teeth come out. But he caught up with him in midair and got him back down. Honest to God, it happened. I saw it happen. The teeth came out, they were out here somewhere, and he caught up to him. Oh, and one other thing. Corky, some of you knew Corky, most of you did not. Corky wore a very large hat. He wore an 8 something, 8.5, I think. He had a big head. He also had a lot of hair. Gary took his hat one time and put it on and came down past his ears and he spun it. And it went.
All right, just real quick. This I don't really have. I have some Gary stories, but they're not that many. The one thing I want to promote the most is that really, if it wasn't for Gary and Patrick, most of you folks don't know, some of you do know Patrick, I wouldn't be here where I'm at now.
Me neither.
Those two gentlemen were very instrumental in getting me into this group, mentoring me when I first joined the group, and I have been forever thankful to both of them for that. Yeah, now I'm 21 people according to Bob. So with that being said, I want to be the first one to raise his glass to Gary. May he rest well, and we love him.
He and Courtney are putting together a hell of a group now.
Yeah, I know shit.
James Butler Hickok, better known as Wild Bill, is a legendary name in the history of the western frontier. Men such as Hickok survived by being shrewd, quick, and when necessary, deadly. Instant action in the face of danger was vital, but sometimes had unexpected consequences. Ladies and gentlemen, return with us now to Abilene, Kansas. October 5th, 1871. As the Arizona Gunfighters bring to you Wild Bill Hickok, Phil Coe, Mike Williams, and others in another true episode from the history of the American West. Arizona Gunfighters are taking you back into history, back to Abilene, Kansas, queen of the cowtown. Scores of Texas Longhorns are driven up the Chisholm Trail to this town of Abilene, and with them come the fun-loving, six-gun packing Texas cowboys. These cowboys find pleasure in boldly parading our wooden boardwalks, shooting off their pistols, and making peaceful citizens turn tail and run. They watch the trail dust from their parched throats with rock gut whiskey, and dance the saddle swords from their leathery hides in the honky-tonk saloons. This cattle season in Abilene is the wildest on record. To ensure order, the city fathers have appointed James Butler Hickok as town marshal. Hickok is known throughout the frontier for his fearless courage and being an expert with his pistols. Before coming to Abilene, he served as peace officer in Hays City, Kansas. And rumor has it that a total of 12 men fell victim to the blazing guns of Hickok. There's Marshal Hickok now. No mistaking the outfit, that long hair, and those twin Colts revolvers. That fellow with him, that's Mike Williams. Williams is one of the men Hickok personally hired to back him if the going gets rough, and he just might be needing him. Several days back, Marshal Hickok got in a row with a tin-horn gambler named Bill Coe. Now, Coe is no match for Hickok in a gunfight, but he's in thick with those Texas cowboys. If Coe can get a bunch of hard cases like that to back him, he might try to call the marshal's hand. Looks like the cowboys are giving that dude a rough time. And there's Bill Coe. With all his friends around, he sure is acting brave. Somebody get the marshal. Get Marshal Hickok out here. He'll put a stop to him. And there he is. He's getting things under control. Yeah, he's getting them off the street. Coe's hanging back. What's he up to?
Having a little fun. You're pushing it too far. Let these boys blow off some steam.
Hickok's taking him in.
Leave the street now. Bill, throw a stick
It don't look like there's gonna be any trouble. My God, no! Bill's guns blazed before his eyes saw it was his own deputy. He's gone wild. Not the balloon. Today, on the dirt-covered streets of Abilene, Kansas, 2 men lay dying. One is Phil Coe, a boisterous gambler. He'll be mourned by the Texans till the next round of drinks is passed around the mahogany bar. The other is Mike Williams, Deputy Marshal of Abilene and loyal friend of Wild Bill Hickok. The name of Mike Williams will be burned into the memory of James Butler Hickok for eternity. What you have witnessed has been taken from history, just as it happened. The date was October the 5th, in the year of 1871, and the Arizona Gunfighters have taken you there.